Hi friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm designing the Bargain Meat Box monthly subscription, the Winterberry Wishes. So this is the one that I am designing with. So this is the first necklace that I'm doing. So I have all the beads in this box and I'm trying to figure it out. But this purple glass pearl bead, 8 millimeter in diameter, actually spoke up to me. I just wanted to do something out of it. I don't want to knot because glass pearls are not that expensive. Normally, knotting takes a little bit of time, even though, if you use a silk thread, it's going to take a little bit of time. And normally, people do not just because if the necklace breaks, okay, that's hypothetically, if the necklace breaks, then you will probably lose only one bead because then there is a knot after every other bead. Since this is not an expensive pearl and it's glass pearl, I didn't want to knot. So I thought, what else can I do? I can string. We have now bead stringing wire, as you guys all know. This is a 7-strand bead stringing wire in this nice coppery golden color, and it's 0.45 millimeter thickness. It's not a branded one, so there is nothing sticker on that. So I use that. Okay, first of all, that's what I used, and then what I did was let me just, so this one strand of the necklace is not going to give me the full necklace per se. We have chain in the box that we can use in the bag for as an extender, but I really want the pearl to be nicely showing, and it is shiny, but I still want it to pop. So I added the seed beads, which is 11 seed bead, and of course this is also not branded. Whenever I'm using seed beads to string, I just don't use branded seed beads. I do have a lot of these tubes available in my stash, so I tend to use that because it's irrelevant, it has to be same or not. But I do like to, you can use the branded seed beads. It will look uniform and even more prettier, and I'm okay with this. So I'm using those seed beads, and these amazing bead caps that we received in the box as well. Nice collection of bead caps. So I used those in the center, just about in the center, because I don't want to do it in the entire. And if you guys look at this, I added 3 seed beads in between every single 8 millimeter glass pearl bead, and it actually creates a nice effect. You don't need a spacer bead in between, but in the center I decided to use the spacer bead. So once I finished adding this bead, and I added a bead cap, and this a finding that you have a loop here. So this one is also in the box, and we received, I think, 6 of them, and it's like you can add it to bracelet or necklace, whatever you want, and which will allow us to actually, there is something inside, so I'll take that out. So allow us to actually add bead drops to this loop, which will make it even like a bail kind of. You can use single one, but then I created a bail like that. I even created a post on YouTube community page, and then also on the Facebook group, Jewelry Makers Paradise. I did ask whether I have to add more dangles, which I thought I need to add more dangles. So and I also different ones, right? So I thought, okay, in the center, this is another kind of finding that we received in the box. We have 5 of this, no, 4 of this. So 2, we can use it for earrings if you want. I also saved one of this, I saved for a bracelet. Okay, and that will be really cute, and I really wanted to use this. You can either use it here and maybe here as well, so it's up to you, right? we have enough so you can use it, but I didn't want to use a lot. I just want to use one single thing. And I have 5 of this bale findings in here. I don't exactly know the name of this finding, but as you guys can see, it has a hole to side, and there is a loop in the bottom. This is the one I'm using, which came in the box. So over here I have some head pins, antique copper head pins, because that is the color finding that I used. And then I added the pearl. Let me show you guys what I did. I added the pearl, and then I bent this to 90 degrees, cut it 1 centimeter length, and then I made a loop and then connected the loop to this finding. There is a loop here, I connected it to there. And then in the bottom loop, see, we already have a loop. When we create a loop on the top, we have 2 loops. One loop will go in this place, and the other loop you can connect this cute pine cone charm that we received in the box as well. So that's a very cute charm that you can use. And then I thought in the center there is 5 findings. So I used bead caps also here in between to just define the center. But I feel that this is much more, popping than this. But nevertheless. So here I actually want to add a seed bead or 2, so that we can just kind of, add what we have, right? So just to connect everything together. But I could always have done these 2 as well, but it's okay. Now I realized it. So what I'm going to do is take my pliers. The loop actually finishes to the right, the opening of the loop finishes to the right. Now again, I keep my pliers just above the bead, just leaving a little bit of a gap, as you guys can see, just a teeny tiny bit, not a lot. See, there is some movement. So that will allow me to bend the wire at 90 degrees, and then about, say, 1 centimeter. That's all you need to make a loop. See, I hold it, the end as well, so that it doesn't fly around. One did fly around, I don't know where it is, so I need to be careful about that. Take my round nose pliers. I like to keep it and roll it towards like this. Some people will have a hard time, so they can do this as well, but I like to roll it this way. So I'm keeping it over here and then making a loop, and then make sure the loop comes and touches the wire. Okay, and also you can use your pliers to tuck that in nicely. So it's like this. So now what I'm doing is I'm just going to open up the bottom loop. Okay, and then add this finding to it and close it. Actually, we'll add this loop here. Okay, and then close it. I twisted away from me. When I open, I twist it towards me. So that's how I'm going to do in the bottom as well. Twist towards me, and then add this finding, and then see if it sits straight, because it's not a double-sided pendant. Make sure the direction is proper. Now hold it and twist away from me. So here we go. Okay, so we have created the center and the 2 side dangles. Now I have to create 2 more. So for that, I'm not adding any seed beads. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the bead. Okay, see, the loop ends to the right. So I actually bent the wire to that direction where my loop ends. So when I start the loop here, it will go and end in the opposite direction. That's the reason, but doesn't have to be that way. It's just, see, I cut it about a centimeter, then take my pliers and then make myself a loop. Okay, just let that loop. Then take the next one and do the same as well. So what I'm doing, let's make a loop. Okay, so this is an eye pin. The loop is already made for us here. I'm gonna make a loop on the other side of the eye pin. So I turn it, and my loop ended on the right side. So I take my chain nose pliers, hold slightly above the bead, bend it towards my right. So this is what I have, right? And then take my wire cutters and cut about a centimeter of the wire. See, I'm holding the end and the beginning as well. End between my 2 fingers and the beginning between the rest of the 3 fingers. So here we go. Give it a cut so that this doesn't fly over and hurt us. Take my round nose pliers, keep it, see how my hand is, just keep it at the end. You should not feel the wire here. Okay, take it and start rolling. That might slip, so just be careful. If you go a little bit inside, the loop will become bigger, but you will have more stability. So here we go, start it, and then you can lower your pliers to make kind of a smaller loop, and then you can come roll until you reach your bead. There is our loop, right? Now I open up this loop. Whenever you have made a loop, do not open up like this. Always twist open. This loop wire, consider only the open wire to be the one which you are using. Don't hold it like that. Hold only the end of the opening wire. Just twist open towards you. If you want to add anything here, in my case I'm just gonna open a little bit more, and I'm going to add this beautiful charm, pine cone charm to it, and then I'm gonna hold it and twist away from me towards the bead. And I'm gonna do the same here as well. Open up this, see how I'm holding this loop in my hand, and I'm just twisting and opening only the tip of this finding. Another pine cone is what we need. Here we go. Still not able to put the pine cone in, so I just open a little bit more and then add this here. Take the tip again and then close it. Make sure it's completely closed, or else you hold the loop between your pliers like this and give it a squish. So now that that's added, you can open up this loop, twist open, and add it to the bail finding that we have here. Close the loop. Okay, and again do the same to the other thing as well. Find out which side is open, twist towards you, add to the loop of the bail finding. Okay, still not enough space. Open up a little bit more. There we go. And then add. See, if you keep your beads down, there won't be enough space. So you need to hold your beads and then add this. And then take your pliers and twist away from you. So I have added all my dangles to this necklace. I really like the way this turns out to be. Okay, so now the rest of the necklace I have already strung, and now the time to add the clasp, which we also have in the subscription. That's a beautiful clasp. So I don't want to use this. I want to keep this save for a project wherein I can see the clasp in the front. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to use that for a bracelet. So for this, what I'm going to do is, actually, I have 3 seed beads on either side. Since this is an 8 millimeter bead, I mean, if you're using a toggle, do use a smaller bead so that you will have space for the bar part of the toggle to turn this way and go inside this. Okay, now that we are using this, it doesn't matter, but still, this is a lobster claw clasp, and this is a ring, which is a closed ring. It's a decorative ring, so it's a closed ring that I'm going to use on one side. So if this is okay, I'm right-handed. I'm using this crimp tube in golden color. You can use a crimp cover in a copper color to actually match your findings. So take this and go through the loop in your lobster claw. Okay, and then come back through the crimp tube and a couple of beads if possible. Okay, just like so. And then I like to squish with my pliers. You can also use your crimping pliers to crimp. Just squish it. That's tight. You can add your pearl bead and take your wire cutters and snip this off. You can actually put it into the beads as well, but I don't think so that's absolutely necessary. So then I like to hold this and move all my beads to the other side. Always put your bead stopper here. That's your friend. So now is the time to check the necklace completely, because you cannot make any additions or subtractions later. So here we go. Check if everything is okay, and it's nice and neat as far as my concern is. So here we go. Take my crimp tube, go through the ring. You can also use a split ring. That will also be effective in this case. I don't like to use regular jump ring. I feel that the wire will come out of it. So here we go. See if the seed bead goes on top of these 2 wires. Yes, it does. And then pull this. This time you need to take the slack off completely, because you're not gonna have the leeway, because you're finishing it off. So take it and hold the jump ring and then pull this down just like that. Okay, make the necklace in a U format and see if there is any slack in the necklace. Have you pulled out the entire wire, so forth and so on. This is the final product, so just pull that. See, there's a short gap. Make sure there is not enough, not a lot. Move this down and then pull this one more time, and then go ahead. If the loop space is enough, go ahead and crimp that flat. Take your wire cutters and snip off this excess wire. See, there is a little bit of a gap, as you guys can see. Not a lot, but just teeny tiny bit. That's okay to have that gap. Otherwise your necklace will be as stiff as possible. So pull this and cut and throw that. Now your necklace is done and ready. Such a pretty necklace, I would say. I really like copper, antique copper findings. It's one of my favorite because it doesn't tarnish. You don't have to coat with anything. And this necklace is really pretty good to wear during the fall. The icon necklace, I would call this as. And it feels in between fall and Christmas, I would say, because of the poinsettia. I think that's how, I don't know how to pronounce that flower. So that's the one, right? The Christmas flower, the red color one. So that's the finding right here that we have. I do hope that you guys like this tutorial. It's a very simple one. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.